Hey traders, welcome back to the channel, and it's the last trading day of the week. Currently in the late London session, New York about to open. So a bit of activity today. We're just looking here for the big figure trade again on the Euro USD. 105 is the key level. So what happened here, this particular area is all Asia. So we had Trump come out, and we need to be very aware of that at the moment. Anything that Trump says, the markets will react, and sometimes often overreact. So relating to tariffs for China, this caused the dollar to fall, and then we saw virtually most currencies that were with the dollar virtually take off. So the dollar sold off. So we had this reasonable amount of activity during Asia, so around that 415 up to 72. So that's a fair bit for Asia. Then we pull back here at the open of London. Then we make a run into the big figure. There was also some PMIs, I believe, coming out here. So a fairly bullish session, very bearish for the US dollar. If we have a look at it here, bleed off here. Same with the USD, Singapore dollar, a really good one to look at for dollar strength. And this is where it gets a bit nervy. It's whether it's going to actually just keep pushing and pushing through, which it well could do. Stops generally up around this 20 level. Given the bullishness of today, you probably want to allow just a little bit more, still using the same amount of risk, but just give yourself a little bit more space. So we have this run up at 15, and then we start just drifting back down. So when it comes back up, does a bit of a retest here around 98, can't get back up to the big figure. Then we start to looking at our levels. So P1 is 80. This is where we take our first portion of profit. We bring the stop right in, and actually P1 was at 90. It's always about 10 pips. So around this level. Then we're looking at 80 after that. Then we can bring that stop right down to here. Now we have a last portion of the position still remaining. Looking at this level here at 72, in and around this area where price stalled. So if price gets down to that, then we're home and hosed on that. If not, it's just going to come back and get us on about 25% of the original position. So a bit of a tricky day today. We did have some big figures also on New Zealand USD, looking at this figure, but generally what you want to do whenever there's this type of talk and we see the amount of bullishness, at this point it looks like we've missed the trade, it's come back, but there's a big void in here, so that's somewhat exposed, but things just want to keep going across the board, so a little bit tricky. So sometimes you're better off just standing aside, just waiting for the dust to settle. So you're spending the majority of your trading time outside, not actually taking a trade but observing price. So just like any sports person, high profile sports person, they'll be spending a lot of their time training, nutrition during the week, but then maybe only spend an hour 20 or something on the weekend playing professionally. Trading, no different. We spend a lot of time, most of our time, out of the market. So that's the Euro USD. Just keep in mind, it's all about trade selection and understanding these price moves. The more of that you can get right, the closer you'll get to actually taking profitable trades on a very consistent basis.